Emeka Ike was married to a half-Dutch, half-Nigerian lady called Suzanne, who worked as a teacher. The couple tied the knot in 2000 and the marriage was blessed with 4 children. 14 years after the marriage, on the 13th of July 2015, Suzanne appealed for a divorce at the Lagos State Customary Court. The divorce proceedings were finalized in 2017 after 2 years of long feud. According to the head of court, the teacher had provided enough evidence to warrant the divorce. Previously, the actor wanted to reconcile with his wife, but he did not show any effort towards the same, the court said. Their divorce was controversial, with many accusing the actor of being aggressive, violent, and hot-tempered. This was due to his feud with the cabals in Nollywood, who wanted to sell Nollywood to corporations. However, Emeka Ike didn't come out to respond to his ex allegations. Rather, he went into hiding due to the shame and depression of losing his fame as a Nollywood actor, losing his properties, and then losing his wife and family. He literally lost everything. His life was shattered as if his enemies had won, but the people he considered enemies weren't actually his enemy, and he later came to realize that his ex-wife was his enemy.
And I was hiding. I was in shame for what I didn't do. So I was depressed. I was short-circuited for no reason. And I had to just hide my face until I know what was wrong with me.
In the early 2000s, Nollywood was at its peak, with Emeka Ike being one of the actors at the forefront. Technology and the internet were growing at the fastest pace in Nigeria, and many industries were adapting to it. Nollywood being the biggest entertainment industry in Nigeria at the time, even bigger than the music industry, a lot of foreign corporations were throwing huge money to tap into the industry. While the Nollywood gatekeepers were benefiting hugely from this, Nollywood actors such as Emeka Ike were being impoverished. However, this led to huge disagreements in the industry, where those who were benefiting from the cash flow encouraged it, while those who didn't benefit either worked their way to benefit or pulled out of the industry. Actors like Emeka Ike were brave enough to fight against the cause that has damaged Nollywood creativity till today, but he didn't win. This led to him losing his fame, his movie roles, and his brand in Nollywood.
So the transition from using jackets, buying movie in jackets, to decoder, that was where you lost us. Were not included. Our opinions was not engrafted into that process.
When Emeka Ike couldn't make money anymore from Nollywood, he was left to survive with his business investments, such as his 480 million naira school known as St. Nicholas College. He had to leave his house and relocate closer to the school, and his ex-wife, who was superheading the school at the time, had to step down for him to be in charge.
My house is in Ogudu GRA, where I built my own house, but I was staying close to St. Nicholas College in Magodo, because if a student needs attention, I should be able to wake up 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to attend to it and do what I gotta do.
This was where his marital issues started. Suzanne did not see meaning in the marriage anymore. She no longer saw the money she used to see, and the school she was superheading was taken away from her by Emeka Ike. She felt her husband became a loser. She wanted to break out of the marriage. Since Emeka Ike didn't want a divorce, for her to break from the marriage, she needed to prove to the court that something was wrong with their marriage. So she began being abusive, violent, and manipulative. When this was not yielding fruit, she decided to kill Emeka Ike with assassins, and at the same time was manipulating him to think they were sent by Nollywood cabals and the corporations Emeka Ike had been fighting with.
Man, I was haunted like a rabbit. Gunmen were coming to my house, marksmen. Go to Magodo police post. You see my statements, not jokes. Then I was after Segun Arinze, because then as a human rights activist, I felt, well, they're coming for me because I'm fighting against them. It wasn't Segun Arinze. It wasn't Ejike Asebu. It wasn't even Abo. It was a whole lot of manipulation.
Emeka Ike never knew that his enemy was living with him in his house until he traveled to the United States to direct a movie he was also acting in. He stayed for 2 weeks in the US and within that period, his wife filed for a divorce. With all the accusations in the lawsuit, his school was shut down by the government on the basis of immorality conduct by the owner. Most of his things were sold and he couldn't lay claim to them because when he returned back home, his things were gone.
They had moved all the properties I have in Lagos. I lost plenty of them, like 80% of my lands, because it was just the bag I traveled to America with that I still had, that I had just with me.
So the documents for those lands were taken?
People are bidding on my property and I'm looking at it and I feel like killing myself because I can't defend what you don't have evidence to.
I own a secondary school nearly as big as this place you are, okay? And students get to pay me 280,000 naira every term, and you pay 3 times every year.
Yeah.
And that's about 840,000 naira, a lot of money.
You are rich.
Now, every year, a student pays me 840,000 naira. So if there are 100 students, that's 84 million. Now, you shut down such a business because what? Why?
You still don't have any idea?
No, I don't have the idea till now. Why did you shut it down? Why didn't you just walk away? Okay, fine. If whatever happens, they are children's investments.
Emeka Ike then ran off to Abuja to stay with a family friend while being devastated by how his life was crumbling before him. Subsequently, the divorce case proceedings started in court. The estranged wife of Emeka Ike in the petition had accused Emeka Ike of beating, molestation, and torture, which she said she could no longer endure. But Emeka Ike, in his response, while pleading with the court not to dissolve the marriage, denied ever beating, molesting, or torturing his wife.
I was on my knees. Felix Duke was on his knees. My sisters were on their knees in court. The people that came with her to court were on their knees. Are you okay? What's wrong with you? And I was always saying, look, I don't beat this lady. What's going on? I went on air. I was like, come on, I never did. Babe, what's going on? They say I beat you. Do I? No, but you're a star, you know, they can always manipulate things and all that. So I was gullible until I discovered that she was actually the one behind this whole thing.
He informed the court that his wife had moved out of their matrimonial home 5 times without any reason. He also informed the court that the only time the devil entered their marriage was when his wife paid for their children's school fees. However, the divorce proceeding was finalized in court and the couple was finally divorced. After the divorce, Emeka Ike still believed she was blackmailed by the assassins she was dealing with, who for unknown reasons wanted to ruin her marriage, and the school business she was handling.
We didn't understand what was going on in her psychology, but she was so restless. And if you read that, I was always saying she looks blackmailed. So when you're a lady and you're dealing with gunmen, it gets to a point when they take over from you.
So you feel like it's not entirely her fault? She was being controlled.
Her fault because she got herself into that corner. I wasn't working with people who would take her life. So the moment I start doing that, she know that something could twist. You understand me?
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of confusion out there. Even as it is right now, 10 years she's been out of my house.
Not even that she divorced herself. Her blackmailers divorced her against her wish.
Okay.
You never hear that woman talk. Where is she? What's happening to her? Why are you speaking for her? Why are you saying she's quiet? Is she on drugs? Did you knock her off? Is she blackmailed with some sex movies? What is the situation? No woman walks away from 4 children. It's not possible. Not even a rat will walk away from 1. 1 child? Come on. It's a baby.
Yeah.
But this is 4 kids. And you were told, close down the man's business and leave. That's the only choice you have. And you did that on the day the man was leaving town, because you've made a mistake to hang out with gunmen. Now they're going to tell you what to do, and you must do it. Now you can't go back to the same man you're trying to kill and say, we're trying to kill you, so now they're after my life. You can't. So that woman is facing her destiny.
However, Emeka Ike has moved on. The actor married after 3 years of being single. He exchanged his wedding vows with a lovely South African lady by the name of Yolanda. Emeka Ike and his second wife first met at an award ceremony in Germany and fell in love almost immediately. Their marriage was blessed with their first child together in October 2019, a baby girl. That was Yolanda's fourth child and Emeka Ike's fifth child. Emeka Ike took to Instagram to reveal that his new wife Yolanda had delivered another baby for him. Even after he has moved on, the pains of what his ex-wife did to him is something that cannot be erased. Owing to the sacrifices he made for the ex-wife just to make sure the marriage was intact.
I built for you in Lagos. It wasn't nothing. Alawade, I built for her mother. In Isoko, 3-bedroom, I built. I trained you in school. I was in Yaba Tech. My friends, some of them are deans of faculty in Yaba, in Unilag and so many universities. I just took her there, give her admission. And I changed her life. Made her a teacher. Put her into school part-time. They say, this one is pregnant too. You don't feel like jam. I said, okay, that's why we're here. Drive any car you want. The Prado, the Touareg, any of the Infinity, any car you want, just have fun. You're a big man's wife. And that's all I got for it. Because I was investing on someone who wasn't investing in me. So you just keep loving, but you don't know if you're really loved in return. So that's a mistake we make as young people. We have found, I'm a little babe, sweet babe, man. It's about getting the girl. But if not talked about your security, does she like you?
However, Emeka Ike is not the only veteran actor whose marriage fell out because they fell out from Nollywood during the time of the transition of buying movies from cassette to the decoders. Nollywood actor Saint Obi, although he's late right now, also one of the veteran actors that had marital issues because he fell out from the Nigerian movie industry. Check out this video on the screen to watch his own story, which I did some months back.